Clean slate. New tutorial. Combat in Virtua Fighter mainly involves offense and defense in close quarters. That's true. Unlike other fighting games, this game rarely uses walking or jumping. So how does one move? Dashing. All right, did Juicebox write this? This is okay. You can definitely tell this is new. This is like hella new. There are 4 types of dashing: dash, backdash, crouching dash, and crouching backdash. That's nice that they don't make you do it; they just show you. That's cool. That's cool. The difference between a dash and a backdash is not just in the direction of movement, but how quickly you can connect another action, like attacking or guarding. Dash is quicker for this. Okay, that's decent. It's not that clear because the way the guarding animation works in this game, unless a move makes contact, it kind of has a little animation, so it's kind of hard. I wish they would have said like you can act at a forward dash faster than backdash, but whatever. It's correct technically. Crouching dash covers less distance than a standard dash, but it lets you get into the crouching position quicker than crouching from a standing position. Sure, okay. It's also possible to perform crouching position moves while in a standing position. That's confusing. Dashing is the fundamental for movement, so try mastering this maneuver to practice. Is this going to be all text and like demos? I think this is going to be all just reading and examples. Oh, this is it. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, RB next topic. They should display this somewhere else. Like when you get to the end, there should be like a pop-up that's like, hey, do you want to go to the next one? This is like, you gotta look at the bottom of the screen. Next topic. All right. The basics of standing guard. When you want to block your opponent's attacks, all you have to do is keep the guard button held down. All right. However, keep in mind that you cannot do moves that involves pressing P or K while guarding. That is true. Yes. There are 2 ways of guarding. Did you know in DOA you can hit buttons while guarding? I didn't know that. A buddy of mine was learning VF at the same time he picked up DOA, and he thought it was awkward when he first started playing that you couldn't hold guard and press punch and kick to do moves while to just come out of guard and doing a move, which is something I've like never thought about. There are 2 ways of guarding: stand guard and crouching guard. Standing guard is useful for blocking high and mid attacks, but leaves you susceptible to low attacks and throws. That's true. Crouching guard is useful for, hey, look, they're showing it. They're showing it happening. Useful for blocking low attacks and evading high attacks and throws, but leaves you susceptible to mid attacks. Be sure to use the correct guard, or you may end up taking damage. When starting out, it may be difficult to determine whether your opponent is going for a mid or a low attack. It may be wise to start with standing guards first. It may be wise. That may be wise. Yeah, it's like glitch. They need to bring in glitch stats for VF6. You might not guard against low attacks, but there aren't that many low attacks, and they tend to do less damage. That's true. On the other hand, mid attacks can make way to taking heavy damage. Mid attack can make way to taking. I feel like that sentence is weird. Okay. So again, try focusing your efforts on doing standing guards when starting out. That's true. Okay. Again, I gotta manually hit this. Advantage and disadvantage. In Virtua Fighter, a situation can quickly turn between advantageous and disadvantageous, like switching between offense and defense. An advantageous position is one where you can make a move before your opponent can. An example of this is when your attack lands or when you block your opponent's attacks. Timing these is key to taking the offensive against your opponent. On the other hand, you're at a disadvantage if your opponent blocks your attacks or you take damage, so don't ignore a defensive approach. As mentioned earlier, a situation can turn quickly between advantageous and disadvantageous. It may be difficult to get a read on every possible situation when starting out, so the key is taking the time to learn what works and what doesn't. Thanks for the tip. You gotta learn what works and what doesn't. The more you get better at doing this, the more you may find yourself enjoying Virtua Fighter. Okay. What's a 50-50 mix-up? In Virtua Fighter, the primary options for offense and defense are mid-attacks and throws. When you're at an advantage, either when your attack lands or you block the opponent's attack, your opponent will typically take a defensive maneuver. A standing guard can be countered by a throw, and a crouching guard can be countered by a mid-attack, making your opponent have to guess between 2 offensive options called a 50-50 mix-up. I believe it's called knee taco. In a match between novice players, these judgment calls may be unfamiliar, which typically results in resorting to striking. That's true. When in an advantageous situation, it may be a good idea to keep the offensive mainly on mid attacks. That's actually a really good tip. When your opponent guards When your opponent guards, aim for throws. Sure. Okay. Oh, okay, you can only, see, here's the other thing. You can only go to the next topic if you're on the last page. Like, I'm hitting R1. Oh, it actually displays on my joystick even though I don't have the buttons. That's good. I'm hitting R1, but I can't go to the next one unless I'm here. What's a guaranteed punish? A guaranteed punish refers to an attack that always lands if executed during a window of opportunity after blocking an opponent's attack. Blocking an opponent's normal, powerful move that knocks them into the air and puts you in an advantageous situation. Wait. Blocking an opponent's normal, powerful move. Normal? Oh, which? Is it normal or is it powerful? Blocking an opponent's normal, powerful move that knocks them into the air puts you at an advantageous situation, allowing you to use a fast hit. It's a good thing there's visual examples. Allowing you to use a fast-hitting strike to punish them. But blocking an opponent's normal, powerful move that knocks them into the air. Blocking an opponent's normal, powerful move that knocks them into the air. How are they getting knocked into the air? They're in recovery. They're not in the air. They're not in the air because it says, it's not saying you're knocking them into the air. Blocking an opponent's normal, powerful move that knocks them into the air. Do they mean like a knee? But that's not a knee. They're not in the air. That knocks them into the air, puts you at an advantageous situation, allowing you to use a fast-hitting strike to punish them effectively. Okay, that's just, I thought I was maybe reading it wrong and it was worded weird. It's just. If you can follow up with significant damage, you'll be that much closer to winning. Quick mid attacks would be the typical method, but try creating advantageous situations by chaining punch combos together with PK. Hey, why isn't that the input? 1 second. In their text, they have the symbols, like on the left, they have the icons for the PK cheat. Why does it say PK with the font? It should say the blue punch and the red kick. Together with PK to accumulate damage when first starting out. A quick throw can also be more effective than a risky strike, which is prone to a throw escape. Okay. Sweep-style low attacks create a larger window of opportunity, allowing you to punish your opponent by knocking them into the air, just like their normal powerful move knocks them into the air. Stick to quick mid-attacks to accumulate steady damage. Evade when at a disadvantage. That's a good tip. A defensive move refers to when you successfully evade your opponent's attack. This is generally shortened to evade. Okay, that's good. That's good. That is good. You have an opportunity to evade when your opponent has the chance to attack, such as after they block. However, not only are you unable to evade throws and certain circular attacks, but failing to evade creates a large window of opportunity to be punished. There are techniques like canceling failed evades by dashing, but don't worry about this one, thank you. Don't worry about it. Just move on. A successful evade can put you at an advantageous situation where you can counterattack quicker than if you guard. Okay. As you become more experienced, try mixing this into your defensive strategy along with guarding. Okay, that's good. Previous topic. Okay, that's it. We're done. Okay. Okay. All right, okay. Okay, battle tips. Is that it? Evade. Okay, that's it. All right, okay. So it's basically like it's kind of like an overview of just like what you can do like if you just started playing the game and you know some moves or whatever, you can like this is some stuff you can do. That's not bad. Let's look at the character specific details. Let's go since I play Kage. Hey, do they have one for Dural? They do. I'll do Kage and I'll do both Durals. Cause I'm gonna, character bio. How cool is this gonna be? Yeah, massive. I'm a rapid gamer. Kage Maru, aka Kagemaru, toys with his opponents with flurries of blows and his 2 unique stances. He can also unleash a variety of moves while his back is turned to the opponent. In addition to striking techniques, he sends his opponent airborne with his signature throw, Hagakure Ryu Yo Konrak. Even simple input commands lead to combos, so be sure to capitalize on each hit to deal lots of damage. Next topic, useful mid attacks. Hijiuchi, a quick Met's elbow. Quick mid attack. This move can be especially effective after blocking an attack. Kagemaru can switch between his two stances during this move, granting him a wide range of strategic options. That's good. Okay. Yeah, this is all just text. At least these. So I guess like my scenario is like, okay, somebody plays that battle tips thing. So somebody plays the first tutorial and like doesn't beat it. Then they play the battle tips thing and they're like, okay, I read all this stuff. It kind of makes sense, sort of. But like they're also not letting you demonstrate in that one. So it's like mix and match. It's like they have the first one's still there, having you do stuff that like you can't do yet. And then the second one doesn't let you do anything, but at least they show you some stuff. But this, if you couple this with that, maybe it's okay. And you do command training, you can kind of get it's just not cohesive. Hey, this shouldn't be the second move. This move is like, dude, this should not even be on this list. How many attacks is this going to give me? This is not, if I was going to tell you Kage's useful lows, this is not one of them. This ain't one of them. Ryu Ekyaku, a slow low that can knock down your opponent. You can use it to not only hit through a standing guard, but also to fake out the opponent by hitting the guard button to perform a cancel that leads into a back attack. That is not, you should not have this on this list. This is way too slow. It doesn't do any fucking damage. Just tell them about 4-4K plus G. Izuno Otoshi, a throw where Kagemaru leaps into the air while holding his opponent and slams their head onto the ground. You can discern when to use this move, and Hagakure Ru Konrak, you will surely gain the advantage. They don't tell you about the other one first, though. They should tell you about the other one. Useful, oh, okay. They're waiting for the combos. A throw that flings your opponent forward and sets up a variety of aerial combos. Start by mesmerizing his basic combos and use them to dish out serious damage. This is actually pretty, it's missing one move. So if he does a P plus K before that KPK, this is actually like the almost universal undroppable combo. I think maybe they show you this because this will, no, that doesn't work on Taka either. So I don't even know, it's super basic though. But they also don't tell you the commands unless they tell you the commands here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's real basic. They could add a P plus K after the 9K plus G, because I'm pretty sure this does not... If this worked on Taka, it'd do more damage than his B&B, so... Yeah, that's not... Okay, next topic. Hell yeah! Now we're talking. Now we're learning the real shit. That's also a pretty good combo. That's real basic. It does some damage. It's not like super good. It's got a stagger. It's got a wall splat. It's got a bound. It's got an ender. That's good. I like that. Ooh, I can practice it. Sick. That's awesome. Let me practice this combo. Oh man, damn, what a sick combo. Man, that was a sick combo. I wish you could see how much damage it did. Okay. Cool. Not bad. That's not bad. Resume game. Oh, that's not. Return the view demonstration. Okay. All right. That's okay. Useful. Okay. Previous topic. Okay. So they just wait. That's all they gave you? They gave you one combo? I'm guessing that they give you more combos in like the training mode, maybe. Because this is come on. If this is all they're gonna give you, they only tell you like a launcher other than his TFT. Useful. At least they tell you one wall combo. I don't know. So how do you? So what's next? Is that it? That's it? That's it? 1 second. That's it? The only launcher they give you is a throw. It's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, it tells you that's like the least useful low. That's like probably worth, I would say 1K is more useful. 2K is more useful than that move. Oh, come on, man. That's a little... All right, let's... You know what? I'm kind of curious what they tell you for other. I'm gonna go through them all. This is like so fast. I'm gonna judge it real quick. This is like not okay. Yeah, totally. Yes. Okay, and throw is a throw. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. What's the next one? And they just tell you the combo. One combo. And a wall combo. Okay. Hey, they shouldn't tell you they shouldn't tell you to Yoho here. I mean, it's better, but they should just tell you to P plus K again. If they're gonna keep it easy, you can just do 2 P plus Ks. Just do P plus K, P plus K. It's like the same, it's like Yoho's like 18 frame with the buffered input, and this is like 19, I think. Like, just do P plus K, P plus K. That's a little like, that's actually too That's actually kind of too advanced, I think, to show like a basic combo. You just don't need to do that. Well, they're just gatekeeping Kage, that's all it is. Because what are they going to show me? They're going to 6P, they're going to show 9K. Yeah, that's a useful. But they need to show more than. I think my problem is they just need to show more than one move. There needs to be more. I mean, that combo's decent. That's fine. But yeah, they need to show more than one move. Oh man, they have you use that. Damn. I mean, all her wall splat stuff is weird because you're supposed to use wall standing kick. So she really doesn't have anything that easy. The easiest thing would be 3K plus G here to do the wall splat. But you're supposed to do wall standing kick. She has kind of weird wall combos because of that. All right, let's look at Dural. What do they think? I already know what's good with this character. I want to see what they tell me. Dural possesses various moves from other characters. Rapid mode allows her to execute quick moves capable of overwhelming her opponents with multiple strikes. In addition to being a steady fighter using basic moves, she can also be a wild card that ignores distance by using surprise attacks mixed in with moves like rocket discharge. So she has rocket discharge into Shundi's flying headbutt, which is kind of funny. Okay, cool. All right, next topic. Yep. I mean, they just say like 6P, one launcher, like one throw. It's just that for Kage, his one launcher is TFT. It's just, and the worst low he has. You can land consecutive hits with double joint but one of her stance moves. Okay, I saw this. I saw someone streaming and they were playing Jackie and they said his 6PK is a stance move. So I assume they mean like it's a string, but they say stance. That's just a straight up mistranslation. That's gonna just confuse people. A lot of people have this mistranslation apparently. That is not a stance. That is gonna be so confused. That is not a stance move. That's not a stance move. It's literally not a stance move. If you want to deal any more damage, try to chain it with a P counter hit. Great. Yes. Yeah, it's a good low. That's fine. Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Ugh. Actually, it's kind of weird because that one, I don't think. Wait. Okay, whatever. Where was the last one? Second. Oh, I thought this was only in massive mode. This is giant swing in massive mode. Okay. Because she has TFT. She has TFT in this mode. I can't do knees anymore. Anyway. So she has a different bio. The figure from, that's right. Dural possesses very much the same thing. Massive mode makes her moves execute rather slowly with fewer strikes, but each one is distinguished by its heavyweight class power. Use her quicker crouching for fewer strikes while aiming for. Wait, are her to be faster in this stance? Does he tell me frame data? Where's my frame data? I'll have to go out. Ugh. This is just Jeffrey's 4K. Okay. That's a good low. That is a good low. It's +3 on hit. Giant swing, yeah. Cool. Knee attack, yep. Yeah, that's a shitty combo. They could have gave you a better combo than that. Come on. Alright. Alright. Let's go. I'm gonna play some quest mode. I wanna get some colors from my Cyber Ninja.